Great. Vibe check. Later that morning, you're at the cafe with your friends, waiting for Max to arrive with marching orders for the LG's last big fundraising event. She's not here yet, which means... So... Blue and Mateo peer at you expectantly, while Alan and Yas, seated at the table with you, make a big show of pretending they totally aren't listening and totally don't care. So does Prosper, who's happily batting around a sugar packet. He comes over to nudge your leg and you scratch his ears. Okay. He might actually just not care. Joe, Dax, anything you two want to share with the class? We all know you both had dates last night, and now you both look like you're in that horror movie. Smile! So spill. I don't know what to tell you, other than it was basically perfect. She cooked, we ate, we sort of watched a movie, and we had a pretty deep talk. I really feel like I got to know her. There's just something about being in her space, you know? You can tell a lot about a person by their cutlery setup. Maybe you can. Plus I might have spent the night. Your mind drifts back to the morning as you finally left Tessa's apartment, both of you lingering in the doorway, reluctant to let this date officially end. Okay, I really should go. Definitely, that's a top priority. She kisses you again, maybe for the 5th time in the span of 5 minutes, but you're not about to question it. Okay, can you do that one more time? Just one. She slips her hands around your waist, kisses you again and again, minutes or hours. She pulls back and looks rueful. I'll see you later, right? Yeah, you know where to find me. The memory fills your body with warmth, and you start smiling again, feeling supremely silly. Oh, look at our girl go. I'm so proud of you! This is what they call growth. Okay, enough about me. What about you, Dax? Let's center the male experience for once. My super masculine date was great. Thank you very much. Brad cooked, we ate, just like Joe. Events transpired on the couch. Remind me to literally never visit Brad or Tessa's apartments, and if I do, to avoid their couches at all costs. I'm sure the couches weren't damaged or anything, and it's good to see you too, this happy. Yeah, I was half worried we'd be mopping up tears this morning. Anxiety starts to fizzle in your stomach. You weren't worried about things with Tess in the immediate afterglow, but now that it's been a few hours, reality is setting in. Last night went, well, yeah, but now what? Wait, Joe, why is your mouth back to normal? Now you look like Wednesday Addams. What's wrong with that? Prosper hops up on the couch beside you and nudges. Well, more like shoves his head against your arm in what takes as a gesture of concern. Thanks, buddy. It's just been a sec since I spent a night at a girl's place, and this was my first time staying at Tessa's. What if she was only in it for the chase, I did something awkward and didn't realize the vibes are totally off now? I think we all worry about awkwardness. Okay, if we're indulging this train of thought, did Tess do anything weird? What? No, of course not. Okay, and would you have even noticed if she had? Your friend's words help a little, and the door swings open and Max walks in, providing a welcome distraction. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Prosper trots over to his food bowl, looking at Max beseechingly. Oh no, don't act like you haven't been fed yet. For a dude who only scored a steady food supply this week, he's pretty demanding. He's a cat. That's kind of their whole thing. Yes, it is. Max pulls up a chair and joins you all at Alan's table. Good news first. Everyone perks up with that, even Prosper. We're pretty close to raising the money the cafe needs, but the deadline for eviction is 2 days from now. The musician I met with the other day agreed to a fundraising concert for tomorrow. It'll be our last chance to raise money. So what can we do to help? Well, I need someone to check in on the catering, bring cafe merch over to sell, scope out the lighting, sound systems at the venue. And it'd be great to sell more tickets if you can reach anyone we haven't cornered. I know that's a tall order. Max through social media, and all things are possible. Leave it to us. We've got this. Thank you all. I'm gonna make some calls to the venue, get a few more details squared away. She heads upstairs to her and Leanne's apartment, and you do a drum roll on the table. Alright, so what do we think? Should we split up, divide, conquer? What if we stick together? 5 heads are better than 1. Are we sharing our favorite proverbs? You miss all of the shots you don't take. This is true. Joe, why don't you text Tess and ask her to come? She always has before. How would you know? You sigh. But your desire to see Tess is stronger than your desire to catastrophize about seeing Tess. You nervously pull up your text. It's a word you don't normally see, especially in that phrasing. Catastrophe? Yes. I'll give it a shot. Seeing her would put some of my fears to rest, for better or for worse. Any chance you're free today? Sup? Let's see, any chance. I'd really like to see you. And also the cafe's doing some concert prep or whatever. But if you don't mind some menial labor, we could hang out. Obviously, yes. I'll meet up with y'all after I finish some work, if that's chill. Hashtag grind, hashtag girl boss. She's in. That's great. Prosper's ears perk up and he glances towards the door, as if waiting for Tess to stroll inside. But that means I'm gonna have to talk to her, post to spending the night in person. Well, if continuing to talk to Tess is the ideal endgame here, why don't you freshen up? We've got all the cafe teas in the back. Oh my god, you have to. You can impress your girl and spread brand awareness when we hit the streets to sell tickets. That's like the textbook definition of synergy. I can at least try one. The thought of seeing Tess again in an acute crop look does make you feel more confident, especially once you put a few pieces together. Before selecting this diamond choice, please make sure to support the channel. There's something in the pinned comments. Otherwise, this channel may be no more. Please, again, consider supporting. You duck in the back room to change, then make a big show of emerging for your friends. What do we think? Synergy achieved? Tess is gonna freak. As well our client base. Can you not sound like a targeted ad for 2 seconds? No, can do. I live and breathe how the algorithm yes. God help us all. First on your to-do list is gathering supplies and trying to sell tickets in the neighborhood. Outside the cafe, you and your friends begin piling merch into Max's truck, and with some help from Brad. Brad putting that 6-pack to work, I see. Blue, stop being weird. It's an 8-pack, actually, but thanks for noticing. Just then you hear the whir of a motorcycle and look up to see Tess walking towards you. Hey. Last time you saw her, you were kissing her goodbye in the doorway, and now she's here! Tess. Thank you for coming. You really didn't have to, but it's, good to see you. Well, I hear there are, hot girls here. Huh? Where? Joe, I mean you. Oh. She gives you a quick, but still thoughtful glance up and down, taking in the crop cut of your shirt and the mesh fabric beneath it. I love this slightly edgier Joe. Also a big Standard Joe fan, don't get me wrong, but... Are you saying I should invest in more crop tops? Her gaze flickers down your shirt's hem again, and mostly bare skin of your stomach beneath it. I wouldn't be opposed. Let's put it that way. Despite the nervousness you feel, Tiss's smile seems to be holding firm, which gives you some confidence as the two of you lift things into Max's truck. As you're heaving in yet another crate of rainbow bagel stickers, Tess nudges you. You know, I had a great time last night. The words hit you like a double espresso shot. You did? Yeah, I was thinking about you when you texted, so when you, asked me to hang. I was glad. That's all. You feel lighter than air, lifting heavy objects with renewed vigor as Blue and Mateo, who were totally eavesdropping, both give you a not-so-subtle thumbs up. I'm filling that under the extremely good signs. Once Max's truck is loaded up, you and your friends begin walking around the neighborhood, enthusiastically handing out flyers for the concert. Sometimes too enthusiastically. Okay, well, sorry you hate music, and also gay people. I told you my son's parent-teacher conferences are tomorrow. He'll grow up to resent you. Okay, yes, give me those flyers, you can man the cash box. Jeez, yes. Tess stays by your side, and you can feel the warmth where your arms are almost touching together. You manage to snare the few audience members. Oh, a benefit concert? I have a flute lesson that night, but I guess I could reschedule. You should totally come. But, yeah, there'll be drinks. Do I look 21 to you? I didn't say those types of drinks. There could be coffee, mocktails, maybe Hawaiian punch. Except not the new recipe, it kind of really sucks. You know what I miss? The Hawaiian punch from like 10 to 20 years ago. That was actually really good shit. Now it just sucks. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, I didn't want to assume. Thankfully, Tess swoops in to rescue you. She didn't mean drinks of all kinds. I hear the venue makes a mean Shirley Temple. Oh, I'm obsessed with grenadine. I'll be there. As the girl scurries off with a flyer in hand, Tess grins at you, which makes you feel about 2 feet taller. I can't believe that worked. You and me both. When you turn a corner, Mateo gasps and stops dead, pointing at a stylish person wearing a denim jacket with a mic in their hands. Fashion icon. Oh my god, wait, pause. That's Magpie Diva 90 Splits! Gazoon tight? Oh, you're hopeless. They're picked to handle. Their real name is JD. They're an SF legend. They do street interviews with randos. Oh my god, they're streaming right now! Everyone follow me. Be gay, hot, ready, and hyped up our cafe. Alan, you stand in the back. Copy that. He is more tolerable than I would be. Mateo steers you all over to JD, who immediately grins, pointing at you. Hey, come over here. For a lollipop, what are you dressed up for? I want outfit deets in excruciating detail. Okay, who put Mateo through the cloning machine? This is cafe merch, actually. And speaking of our cafe, a bunch of us work at the LG Bean and Tea, which is we're a coffee shop just down the block. No way, I've been there a million times. Chat, that place is iconic. So many share posters. So many. Quick, Mateo, tell Alan down in the back because he isn't like you. Quick, let's do some, oppressive shit. It's actually starting not to sit well with me. The place is a legend. JD either doesn't notice or doesn't acknowledge Alan's presence. Dex pats him on the back supportively as JD turns their camera your way, gesturing for you to go on. The cafe's rent has spiked and we're trying to raise enough money to avoid eviction, which brings me to why we're out here today. We're hosting a benefit concert tomorrow, and all of you watching should definitely come. We would really appreciate the support. The LG Bean and Teen has always been a space that supports and uplifts the local queer community. We're hoping we can ask for support in return, plus who doesn't love a good concert? JD nods thoughtfully. Oh, no one on my feed. Can you share ticket info? Chat is asking, and y'all, don't worry, I'll story this later so you can screenshot. Sure, Dex, would you happen to have those details? You don't know where you work? Does no one check the spreadsheet? Seriously? First, I'm hearing about it. Dex rattles off logistical info as you prepare to step away from the camera. But JD holds up one finger, instantly freezing you in place. Wait, there's a vibe. I'm getting a gay vibe. From the employees of a queer-owned coffee shop? Unlikely. From those two! they point between you and Tess, or maybe between the wrong word, given how closely you're standing to one another, so JD's observation isn't totally left or out of left field. Oh. Can we get the deets on the situation? Come on, for the followers? You glance at Tess uncertainly as Mateo frantically hisses at you. Do it for the views, Joe! For the views! I'll be flirty, I'll play it cool. I prefer to keep my private life private. Actually, that's between me and her. But you subtly wink at Tess. Tess is the more vocal one anyway. Are you kidding me, Joe? The other day you posted a list of all your food allergies. For fun! Sometimes you have to leave the people wanting more. Then, chat, you're gonna have to live with a little mystery. These folks have been real, though. Check out LG's website. You leave JD to the stream and continue down the street. Mateo literally jumps for joy. I think we just sold like 100 more tickets thanks to the power of JD. And the power of Joe. As your group keeps walking, Tess slips an arm around your waist and leans her head on your shoulder. It's the most affectionate she's ever been in public, and for once your friends don't even tease you about it. What's this JD person's handle again? I'm gonna try to photobomb their next stream. But despite the fizzy warmth of closeness with Tess, watching your friend's banner and pass out flyers reminds you of how little time you have left. LG's been half my excuse to see Tess. What happens if LG closes? You'll live a normal life with Tess? Question mark? Or if I can't find another job fast enough to pay rent and I have to leave SF. You try to shake off the thoughts of catastrophe to focus on today's to-do list, but when you reach the concert venue, the place is deserted. Doors locked, and Max says she arranged for us to do a sound check today. Mateo checks the venue's website and winces. Looks like we're early. We have like an hour to kill. Or spend an hour with cherished friends. There's an escape room near here that I've been wanting to try. Maybe we should check it out while we've got time. I mean, who knows how often we'll all be in the same place at the same time after this week. It's an eerie echo of your own thoughts, and the rest of your friends light up at the idea. I'm down. It's been ages since we hung out in a way that didn't involve trying to save our livelihoods. I'm down too. She glances at you and grins at the idea of being locked in a room with someone you're maybe kind of dating has never been more appealing. Blue is right. We might not be able to control the cafe's fate or future in any meaningful way, but we can carpe this diem. Yes, permission to get us all locked in a room together as a team bonding experience. Tess and Brad aren't employees, so I have no liability for whatever happens to them. We kill them. Tess and Brad glance at each other and both shrug. I'm cool with it. Works for me. I'm sure. But only so Blue doesn't start trying to teach us more TikTok dances. Oh yes, you forget that I can multitask. You and your friends head down a few blocks to an escape room tucked away in a strip mall. It's the only thing malls are good for anymore. You enter a lobby manned by a bored-looking teenager. Welcome to Escape Science. Do you have a reservation? No, we're seizing the day. The teenager sighs, looking personally attacked by Blue's cheerful demeanor. Congrats. We have a time slot free right now if you wanted to, Yes, we do. This elicits another sigh. After you pay for your tickets, the employee rattles off the ground rules without much enthusiasm. It's because he's working a job. He probably doesn't like it, and he's just earning a paycheck. Give him some slack. We have 45 minutes to escape. When your group is ready to begin, press the big red button in the center. You're free to leave at any time, but you won't be able to return. Smoking, food, drinks, no breaking stuff. And best of luck on your high-stakes breakout. Thank you. Everyone shuffles into the room, which is dark and themed to look like a hunting lodge. This does not look like a hunting lodge. You all cluster around a big red button, and Blue grins. Who wants to do the honors, Joe? I'm gonna let your enthusiastic ass press it. Nah, should be you. This was your idea. Blue grins and cracks her knuckles dramatically. Friends, we're about to embark together on a journey. Suddenly a loudspeaker overhead crackles and you hear the bored voice of your friend out front. Can someone just press the button? Clock's ticking. Blue rolls her eyes but rests her hand on the button. And I guess we're embarking on the journey now. The bell rings as the lamps in the room flicker to life. The old school TV in the corner begins flashing static. Okay, we should split up. Blue, Alan, figure out what's up with the TV. Dex, Brad, look up the number-y thing on the table. You mean the graphing calculator? He glances at the table Mateo's talking about. It is indeed just a graphing calculator. Mateo waves his hand impatiently. Yes, you see if that heavy wheel thing turns. Joe, Tess, want to check out those dominoes on the floor? And what will you be doing? Joe, come on! Do I look like I solve puzzles? No, you don't look like you do much. Besides, Cook. What is everyone's problem with puzzles, seriously? Because it requires them to think. Ask him after we've escaped. Clock's ticking, Vango. Like, I'm not a fan of puzzles myself, either. Because it's kind of like thinking outside the box, but it makes you think outside the box. Tess grabs your hand and leads you to one corner. You immediately follow her because she's holding your hand and it still makes you kind of brainless. So, have you done one of these before? No, but I've always wanted to. It's basically a real-life video game. Except with a bunch of amateurs holding you back. Oh, you sweet summer child. This just tells me you've never tried online multiplayer. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, no shit. She crouches down examining the dominoes on the floor. There's 5 small slots in the floor nearby where they can clearly need to be placed. There's gonna be one right order and a lot of wrong ones. Question is, how do we find the right order? We should look around for some kind of passcode, try putting them in numerical order, scatter them. Typically, these escape rooms do typically have, like, the way for something to be done somewhere in the room. That's the whole point, you look around. Yeah, smart. There has to be something around here. She begins to trowel the area for hidden codes while you pretend to do the same, but internally you're preening from the compliment. She called me smart. Oh god, you're 12. Hey. You spin around and see Yaz managed to get the heavy wheel thing turning, which casts a shadow on the wall and reveals a row of 5 numbers. What do you think? Is that our code? Only one way to find out. She arranges the dominoes, and the westernmost wall of the room swings open, revealing a second secret room. Nice, Yaz. Not bad yourself, for a girl who drinks sturdy chais. Hey, you remembered. I never forget a coffee order. They're how I judge character. Interesting. Your friends all file inside, but you tug on Tessa's sleeve so you can both hang back a bit for reasons. What's up? Are you locking me in here forever? I hear you're free to leave at any time. Kinda getting the vibe that you'd stop me. Smile, lean forward, and she meets you halfway in a searing kiss, the first you've shared since you left her apartment. The passion in it makes your heart race, and you add that to the mental list of signs that staying over at her place was a good move for all involved. Did we even have another choice? Just asking. Okay, now you're free to go. Good thing you were worth the wait. You rejoin your friends in the secret second room, where everyone is collaborating on a final puzzle that seems to involve a wall of sliding wood panels. Meanwhile, a big clock above you is counting down with only 5 minutes to go. It took you 40 minutes to solve the first puzzle. Okay. Uh-oh. Are we gonna make it? Maybe. But we need more manpower. Joe, Tess, you two hold down the slats at the end while we slide the panels through in order. And whatever you do, hold them steady. Steady. Got it. Mateo, Brad, and Alan begin to move wood planks into place as the rest of you hold the slats. Nice and slow, just like if we were playing Jenga. But your task gets harder and harder with each slide, shakes the puzzle's foundation. Almost there. Hold steady. You manage to keep hold of your slat as Jack slides the final wood plank into place. Just hang on, Joe. They're almost done. You act like this is manually intensive. Tess balances several slats on the opposite side from you, biting her lip as she concentrates. As Dex moves the final plank one last inch, it slides in with a click and the door back to the lobby swings open. Did we do it? Sweet, sweet freedom. Nice work, team. You all file back in the lobby where the bored teen is waiting and clearly still bored. Yeah, kind of like I am with this puzzle. Like, okay, I gotta think. If you're free to leave at any time, and the whole point of this room is to solve 2 puzzles, which took you 45 minutes, to leave, what is the encouragement for leaving? Like, I've met escape rooms which have a prize in the middle or something, and at least those are more not bored. Thanks for coming to Escape Science. What, no congrats? We just escaped certain death. You know you were free to leave at any time, right? This is my point! Well, yes? Okay, because you were. Blue pouts, looking put out, and you share a grin. We like to take a photo of groups before they leave on the wall over there, if you all want. You're clearly hoping you'll say no and get out, so you obviously have to do it. We do want, thanks. You all head over to a themed backdrop with various props available where Yaz immediately snacks a pair of sunglasses and puts them on. The employee raises his phone to take the picture, and then you feel Tess sidle up beside you as everyone prepares to strike a pose. Put my arm around Tess, give her bunny ears. Put my arm around her. You not so subtly contort your body until you're able to get an arm around her, and the shoulder pain is immediately worth it to see her smile. Hey. The lens flashes, capturing the moment, and she leans into your embrace. Everyone is gonna roast me alive with this pics later, but I do not care. All set. A copy of the photo will be sent to your email used to purchase tickets. We look forward to seeing you again at Escape Science again. But do you even mean that? No. Okay, everyone out. You usher your friends into the building before you can be bullied by a teenager. Outside, Mateo pulls up the group photo on his phone and you all gather around to admire it. Oh, this is cute. It is, actually. Joe, way to turn yourself into a pretzel just so you could give Tess googly eyes. Saw that coming. Wait, Blue, where'd you find the boa you're wearing in those? I didn't see one. I brought it. It's my emergency boa. I'm sorry, what? They open their shoulder bag where, sure enough, a boa is scrunched up inside. That can't come in handy very often. You'd be surprised. Oh, I love the photo. Everyone looks so smiley. Like that movie. Everyone does look smiley, and the sight of it makes your heart ache. This could be your last smiley moment for a while. Judging by your friends' faces, you're not the only one thinking about it. I'm glad we did this while we still have paychecks. Me too. Look, no matter what happens with the cafe, we'll find ways to keep meeting up. I know it won't be the same, but we'll figure out how to stick together. We'll get to do stuff like this again. I have to believe that. Okay, everyone bring it in. Friendship forever on 3. You all gather around, even Tess and Brad, and everyone puts their hands in the middle of the circle. 1, 2, 3. Friendship forever! Woo! Forever. The sight of everyone smiles lifts your heart a little bit, and you try to hang on to the feelings as you all head towards the venue. I feel like that teenager back there at the Escape Science, where we're very bored. Anyone else feel like that? Luckily, the venue's manager shows up a few minutes before opening to let you all in. So sorry I wasn't here earlier. Let me get you inside for that tour. As she unlocks the door, Mateo gasps. Dramatically, of course. Shoot! I forgot to... I need to check on catering for tomorrow. Oh, jeez, dude, you scared me. I thought someone died or something. My beautiful fresh lobsters will die unless I get there to supervise. Isn't that kind of the point? Go check on your lobsters then, Mateo. I can make sure everything is squared away here. I can join if you want. Maybe the rest of you could, try to sell more tickets? Faced with the prospect of real time alone with Tess for the first time since you left her apartment, your stomach doesn't flip. Yeah. Go find us more audience members. Maybe Yas can strong-arm her way into a few more sales. Look, the guy had it coming. I don't like his vibe or his dumb shoes. The rest of your friends shuffle off, and it's just you and Tess heading into the venue. Success. Find yourself in a well-kept space with a bar and a large standing room, only floor for the crowd. The stage is small but decent, perfect for an event like this. As you wander through, the venue's staff begins to arrive for the day and set up shop. Hey, this is pretty legit. Max picked a great spot. No kidding, look at the sound system. I haven't seen one that good since I was in LA. Then you can help me check with the sound guy over there. Maybe you'll speak the same language. How do you know which one's the sound guy? You point to a guy by the soundboard whose baseball cap very helpfully says sound in bright yellow letters. Tess huffs. That's cheating. I didn't realize we were playing a game. We're always playing a game, Joe. She winks at you playfully and you start wondering whether you can pull a fire alarm to clear everyone else out of the building. The fire department would probably object, which is, really, but still. When you walk up to the sound guy, it's immediately obvious that he and Tess do, in fact, speak the same language. Also that you do not. Hey, check it. We switched to Class D amps this year, and the difference is insane. What, you were using Class A before? Not even the idiots that own this place? Before Rob, were using Class B. Oh, you're kidding me. That's medieval. Joe, are you hearing this? Yep, totally understood it. Sick, dude. So you're an audiophile like your girl here? You're so distracted by your girl part that you barely remember the question. Yep, love sound. Also love seals. Clubbing baby seal. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I had to. Does one of you want to sing into the mic a little while I run a few checks? Normally we do this part later, but since you're here. Oh, she would love to. You nudge Tess towards the stage, and she grins. Not gonna polite complain if helping someone's boss with the fundraiser stuff turns into, living my rock star fantasy. Please don't go, too hard on the lyrics for my sake. While Tess begins to half hum, half sing into the mic. First, Born to Run, I don't know that one. Then Starway to Heaven, I do. You stand in front of the stage like an audience member waving your arms. Woo, Tess, we love you. She giggles and transitions into something a little more whimsical, something softer, and you try very hard not to get lost in her eyes. God, if she really was a famous rock star, I'd never have a chance. The staff halts the check, giving you both a thumbs up, and you hop on stage with her. What was that last song? It was beautiful, but I don't think I recognized it. It was Baldur's Gate 3 theme song. My Spotify is pretty much classic rock, queer artist, video game soundtracks. What about you? What kind of music are you into? Everything. Seriously, everything. Like, it depends on my mood. So many people have asked me that question. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And it's like, listen, do you want me to link you like 50% of most music? Because that would be what I listen to. Okay, so we have dance music, techno, and girls who sing, basically. Oh, Lord. Imagine if we could do, like, fill in the blanks for this stuff. Like, you've got no metal, you've got no rock, you've got no... I'm gonna go with techno, because why not? Actually, no, dance music, why not? It's kind of a mix. Dua Lipa, Kim Petras, Gaga, Olivia Rodrigo, you name it. I bet you're fun to go dancing with. Well, maybe. You'll have to find out sometime. I guess I will. Despite all your stress about Tess when you're not around her, it's so easy when you are. I've been in my head all day, but she keeps giving me good signs. If last night was as magic for her as it was for me, maybe I'm not the only one thinking about what comes next for us. It's called another date, but there's only one real way to find out. You take a deep breath and pop the question. Hey, Tess. Swear to God, if you get down on one knee and go, "Will you marry me?" after the second date, we're done. What would you say to a third date? Tess's face lights up with a grin and makes your heart skip a beat. You're getting bolder every day, Van Gogh. Well, if the space lesbians can stop an interplanetary conflict by communicating about their relationship. Listen, we didn't even watch half the movie. Let's be honest, we were busy. I thought you weren't paying attention to the movie. Please, I totally was. And definitely did not just read the Wikipedia summary after in case you asked me about it. That's not quite an answer, though. I will definitely go on a third date with you, and I think it's cute that you're still counting. Your mind spins with the information. It's a lot of thinking for a brain operating under the close proximity to Tess. But if she's saying what you think she is, she literally just did. In that case, can you mark down for dates 4 and 5 too? I think you can, yeah. The rest of the sound and light checks pass by in a giddy blur. We begin to play a game of follow the different color spotlights as the staff runs more tests and Tess chuckles with a multicolored spotlight. It's her center stage. This reminds me of the horrible Christmas lights I bought for my room in high school. Well, your taste definitely got better. Your apartment is beautifully lit, plus when the natural lights hit in the morning. Yeah, the morning lights is something else. I'm really glad you got to see that. That gets you thinking about the morning, which gets you thinking about last night, while the fog begins to emerge from the vents in the stage floor. The fog machines always make me think of walking around the city when it gets foggy. I always think of the apocalypse / Silent Hill. Oh yeah, no city beats SF after a rainstorm. Have you seen it with Mount Livermore? I did that hike with a roller derby crew earlier this year. It made me feel like I was in Silent Hill. Points! You gain points! Minus the monsters. It's almost too easy to weave these domestic moments into your usual Tess fantasies. Getting an apartment with a view, going for fog walks, but that makes you even sadder at the possibility of losing an excuse to see her. Planning a third date is one thing, but I still don't know what this is, or how long it'll last. What if a big what are we talk comes off as desperate, or is it too soon? Okay, I think we have what we need. The venue has a concert tomorrow we are set up for, so if we're all good here, yep, we'll get out of your hair. Thanks, man. But when you turn back to see Tess, she's gazing wistfully into the already bustling backstage area. You okay? Yeah, I've always wanted to sneak backstage at a show. Feels like this is the closest I'll ever get. You think about everything you both shared last night and how little time you might have left with the cafe, and the idea comes easily. What if we snuck back there right now? We could even find somewhere private. She arches an eyebrow to her lips curving into an irresistibly playful grin you know so well. If you're asking if I want to go back there and make out with you, the answer is a big yes. By the way, stay to the end of the video. We need to talk. Well, then come on. Time's wasting. Grinning, you grab Tessa's hand and pull her behind the curtains, maneuvering through the bunch of backstage gear. Whoa, so this is where they stash the goods. She points to a wall full of spare instruments, including some that have been signed by musicians, and wanders closer. It's like a museum of SF indie music in here. So cool. But just as you step forward to get a closer look at the guitars, you stumble over an untaped chord on the floor and knock into some cymbals. Nice. Well, that can't be good. You both freeze, listening to footsteps that are definitely not coming your way. It sounds like our cue to move. I am not getting kicked out before funny business even starts. You look around for somewhere to hide, spotting a large crate and a dusty curtain covering a window. The curtain. Quick, follow me. Yeah, no one will ever notice your shoes. You both head towards the curtain and duck behind it, getting a face full of dust for your troubles. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna totally sneeze. How loud of a sneezer are you? You can hear the footsteps getting closer, and Tess looks panicked, and she adorably wrinkles her nose and takes a deep breath. Okay, we're good. It passed. No, you are way too cute when you're trying not to sneeze. Thanks. You listen carefully until you hear someone approach. Steady the cymbals and sigh heavily. Oh, Nick, you have to be more careful with these. It's the second time this week. Sorry, Nick, whoever you are. As the manager's footsteps begin to fade, Tess nudges you gently. They're cymbals, ma'am. They're made out of metal. Let's get further away from the scene of the crime. Good call. The two of you duck out of the hiding place and quickly move further backstage, out of the cymbal range. Eventually, you wind up in a dressing room meant for visiting musicians. It has a couch, mini fridge, TV, and most importantly, no one else is in it. Looks like the coast is clear. Phew. She shuts the door with a quiet click, then leans against it, looking at you with a crooked grin. God, I wonder what we should do now. Maybe there's some board games in here somewhere. Oh, you are so transparent. Not willing to waste any more time, you cross the room to approximately 2 long, eager strides and capture her mouth with a kiss. The feeling of her body against yours is somehow more electric than ever, even though you both did a lot more than kiss last night. Come to think of it, why aren't we on the perfectly serviceable couch right now? This book is obsessed with couches. But then Tess makes a whiny noise and you decide that neither of you are going anywhere. Go. You're pretty sure you'll never get tired of hearing her say your name. Basically, or especially, not like this, breathy and wanting. It spurs you into an almost frenzied action, the same way it did last night, over and over again. Slide my knee between hers, place my arms on either side of her, run my hand along her back. Hand back. You slip one hand beneath her tank top and run it along her spine, using leverage to pull her closer to you. Her skin prickles with goosebumps, and she sighs, shivering a little. Oh, are you trying to make me lose my mind? Maybe. Is it working? You kiss her again, sucking her bottom lip, which gets a sharp inhale out of her. Shh! We can't make too much noise, we're trespassing. You are such a menace. That's not what you said last night. Yeah, well, the leaderboard resets in the morning. Oh, so now there's a leaderboard. She literally said everything earlier was a game. Wait, sorry, why did we stop kissing? And there's really only one way to answer that. The two of you kiss lazily for a few minutes, relearning the taste of each other after a whole 6-ish hours apart. I am so doomed. At some point, you make it to the couch. Tess pulls you in her lap, her hands trailing along your sides as she kisses you again and again. I'll roll my hips. You roll your hips against hers, relishing the groan the motion draws from her lips. Oh, God. You're good at that. She catches her lower lip between her teeth as she gazes up at you, her hands gripping your waist to steady you. Good at a lot of things from what I remember. You nearly pass out from hearing her say one of the hottest things imaginable, but passing out would mean less kissing, so you valiantly cling to consciousness and Tess. But all too soon, you begin to hear noises outside. She pulls you back, leaning her forehead against yours with a huff. This place is really filling up, huh? Yeah. We should probably get out while we can. I hate it when you have the responsible, logical ideas. If it helps, I promise they don't come easily. That helps a lot, actually. Both manage to slip out of the dressing room unnoticed, and as you head towards the venue's dance floor, Tess grabs your hand and squeezes it. Pleasure doing crime with you, Van Gogh. Likewise, Falcon. Two of you head towards the venue's exit, but with every step, your giddiness of being around Tess fades back into trepidation. I was so nervous about seeing her again, and now it's been so perfect. If the concert doesn't raise enough to save the LG, what if this is the last time I see her? Unfortunately, because she's amazing and thoughtful and wonderful, Tess notices that something's up. Hey, you okay? I know tomorrow's a make or break for the cafe, but is there something else on your mind? You can talk to me, a lesson you taught me last night. Well, I'm freaking about not seeing you anymore if the LG closes. Joe, I'm glad you told me. Because now I can tell you that you don't need to be worried, like, at all, actually. Even if the cafe closes, of course, I want to stay in touch. I was never going to just end this for the coffee, Van Gogh. You know that. Okay. I'll try to remember that. You're an idiot. Riding the sweet, sweet swave of relief, you and Tess exit the venue together. She really does want to keep seeing me. This could really be something. You run into the manager outside, setting up some railing to organize the line for tonight's show. She gives you a friendly wave. Thanks for helping our crew with all the tech checks in there. I don't think I caught your names. I'm Joe, and this is Tess, my girlfriend. The moment you recognize your Freudian slip, you freeze, horrified. Oh God, I said the G word. We had one talk and I jumped into the G word. Tess. I'm sorry. It's not what I meant. I mean, not that I wouldn't want to be, but obviously you keep stammering for a few horrible seconds, trying to figure out how to undo the past 5 minutes without making things even worse. But Tess just stands there like a deer caught in the headlights of a monster truck. You know what? I'm actually late for a work thing. Wait, she's actually freaking out the girlfriend thing? But I'll catch you later. She rushes off and terror floods through every inch of your body as you helplessly watch her go. Did I just ruin everything? Oh no. Okay. First and foremost, without further ado, if you did enjoy the content that I do, reading, yada yada yada, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, head to the comment. There is a pin thing there. Please check it out. It would be great to have your support. Without your support, and I mean in any way possible, this means that, if every single person just gave $1, not even kidding, just $1, this would help with things. Seriously. There's a list on there. There's ways that it goes beyond that. And, kind of like a little bit of a backstory as well, in case you don't know and you're new here. Right now, this channel is in dire need of support. It's kind of like Max's Cafe, right? Right now, I need any and all support that you can give, so it'd be greatly appreciated. People underestimate, like, literally and figuratively, what they can give or what they can do, because, maybe one day where there's no content whatsoever on this channel. So, with that being said, I don't like asking for help, so, aside from that, so here's my problem with this book, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted you guys to stay, besides, hearing that I needed your help. So I'm going to be honest with you. No one knows a lot about me and my choices and the whole 9 yards, so I'm just going to say this from a neutral perspective where I'm going to stay, because where I select to be dating-wise, relationship-wise, whatnot, really just, is it anyone's business? Is your relationship my business? Not really, unless we're, like, friends or whatnot, right? Or you're needing advice or whatnot, then you kind of need that information. Anyone else get, like, the feeling that we slighted Alan in this video, in this chapter? It really does feel like that. And that's the way you're not supposed to handle these things. So we know Alan he's a straight guy, right? He's with a girlfriend, but he's straight, right? You're not supposed to treat people like that, especially as a person who has never treated you that way and has done everything they could to support you. And, like, we really slighted Alan. I remember a time, because I'm old enough to remember a time, that, when allies were needed, they were literally and figuratively a part of the abbreviation, and their support was strongly needed. Now that everyone got their way, the abbreviation has been, one, removed for a lot of people, and two, everyone tells allies to shut up now. And a lot of people, it's coming off bad too. And I'm talking about everyone that's a part of the founding process that helped you get rights, right? And your kids' rights and your grandkids' rights and the whole nine yards. And it's not coming off really well for a lot of us. And I think I speak on behalf of a lot of the people who are the founding people of who went and spoke out and had to go through being oppressed and had to fight for those things to become normalized, right? And I understand that even in this day and age, even though legally speaking everything's okay, and people are still having a hard time coming to I guess acceptance, right? Not everybody. Most everyone has come to acceptance, but yes, there's always going to be the closed-minded individual. You can't win everyone over, okay? Like, we're talking about people who have different skin colors who are still running into issues here and there in life. So, like, I just saying, like, acceptance does not happen because legally you are now accepted. There's always going to be people who do not see from your perspective. My problem with this chapter is, this is Alan. This is an ally. This is someone that supports you. This is a person that's always there for you. He doesn't have to be. But he's always there for the cafe. He's helping in every single way and everything. And we just gave him like a back slap across the face in this chapter. In my opinion. This is how I'm saying it. And to me, that doesn't sit well. That doesn't sit... Like, that's kind of like people helping out with this channel. And then because they like, hey man, I haven't caught your content in like a year, man. Sorry about that. I just smack them across the face and go, you could have been here, or shut up, don't talk about that, or don't leave a comment saying that, or something. Like, those are things you don't do. You don't say. Any and all support is welcome. And to me, as a person who is both a part of this community, this channel, but also many other parts of communities, these are things you do not do. And so for me, I mean, I don't know if it's the writers or what, but, like, I'm noticing this on multi-spectrums, multi-layers, multi-everything, because I'm an open-minded individual that pays a lot of attention, and I probably have an IQ of, significantly high, and just because I'm sitting here being a content creator does not, relinquish that intelligence that I have whatsoever, and the awards and the education and everything else that I have. So I'm just saying it just... I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. It just does not sit well with me on any level whatsoever. Like, it just doesn't. And really, that content creator that was in the video, we do not claim her as our own. I'm sorry, but she just slighted Alan too. Like, what? Because he doesn't have blue hair? Because he's not wearing, like, the merch? So he's just nobody? Like, he has feelings too. He's a human being. And that's the problem. Everybody only wants to treat people as a human being while they're getting something out of them. And then when they're done, right? Yeah, no, go screw yourself. And those are fair weather friends. Those are people you do not want in your life. Those are just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Again, I feel like, I have to share these things at the end of the videos because it's to keep you in the moment and to keep you engaged and to also, you're here for a reason. And, especially here at the end of the video, these are things that, hopefully you've stayed to this point and are listening. You may not agree. You may agree. I don't know. But that's just my feelings, right? I just did not like this chapter at all. And I get it, right? But, I just... I don't. I just don't. I don't agree with it. I don't accept it. It's just like if this was complete flip, I would not accept that because it's just a bunch of normal people, right? That are all straight and the whole nine yards, and then you've got that one person that's colorful and everything else. This is the same mentality that people have shown towards people who are metalheads or goths or emos, or there's a lot of other people besides the rainbow side. There's a lot of other people out there who get the same type of treatment, and it's wrong, and that's why I'm saying this. It's wrong we treated Alan that way. It's wrong to treat anybody that way. It's wrong. And that's why I have the obligation as a human being who has empathy to say something. Otherwise, hopefully you all listen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Catch y'all later. Peace out.